in as well. Looks like he'll have lane number 2 as we are 15 seconds from the start. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark, it looks really tight here. They were a little bit earlier, right on it. Paul Barber and John Gale-LaBouffe going to lead him down into turn number 1. The 1001 is going to hook the inside buoy line. He'll have to short away around. Richard Haydoot way out here at about lane 6 or 7. He's going to have to cut back in and try to make up ground as they go down the backstretch. But right now it's John Gale-LaBouffe and Paul Barber in the 66 up on the outside and wait for Sylvain Doré stuck in the middle there in the 32 the Octane. And up on the outside the H2, Richard Haydoot, the Miss Bullhole as they go down into turn number 2 here on lap number 1. John Gale-LaBouffe is your leader off the exit pit at turn number 1. He's on about a 2 or 3 boat length lead. Right there on his outside hip should be Paul Barber somewhere back in the white water. John Gale-LaBouffe is going really wide. Up on the outside here in the 1001, Paul Barber's having to cut back. Look how far out he's making everybody go. That's going to be a bearing out penalty because Richard Hayden is going to have to cut back in and just miss the outside buoy line. John Gale-LaBouffe in the 1001 is absolutely flying, but he's in the wrong lane. Way up here on the outside, they tuck down into turn number 1. Sylvain Doré got the shorter way around in the 32. He's going to hug the buoy line in the H32. Right up on his outside hit, Paul Barber in the 66. The Team Heat Kids Racing sponsored by EMS. Richard Haydoot in the H2, the Miss Wall, and Bertrand Deleu back in 5th position. Bunch of leaders, John Gale-LaBouffe as they head down into turn number 2 here on lap number 2. He's got about a 3 boat length lead. Up on the inside, that's Sylvain Doré in the 32, the Octane back in 2nd position, 3rd place to Paul Barber. Paul Barber just kind of wiped out a little bit. That's going to open up the door. Paul Barber is all over the race course back there in that green and blue boat. But John Gale-LaBouffe is going to lead lap number 2. Sylvain Doré is making up a lot of ground on the inside. John Gale-LaBouffe is trying to round off the corners as they come down here to turn number 1. But Sylvain Doré is going to hold the buoy line and take the advantage. Sylvain Doré to 32. The Octane is going to come up the exit pit at turn number 1 with the lead. John Gale-LaBouffe in the 1001 back in 2nd position, 3rd place. Paul Barber on the, that's Bertrand Deleu has made up a lot of ground. The 48 all the way up to 3rd position, way up on the outside. Richard Hayden in the H2. And then Paul Barber slides back to 5th. And we got 3 boats battling for 2nd, all with them inside. 1 Rooster Tail as they head down to the edge of turn 2. John Gale-LaBouffe has got the advantage. Bertrand Deleu, and look at Richard Hayden up on the outside. 3 of them side by side off the exit of turn number 2. Your leader, Sylvain Doré, the 32, the Octane, but I'm going back to 2nd position. Richard Hayden's made up a lot of ground. He's having to do a long course way up on the outside. They're coming around to complete lap number 3. It'll be 3 down and 2 to go. Richard Hayden in the H2, the Miss Wall, takes over 2nd position, and Bertrand Deleu has absolutely rolled the rails off of it as they go down here to turn number 1. He's made up a lot of ground. He had to start way up on the outside in 6th position. He's all the way up to 3rd. Your leader, Sylvain Doré, in the 32, the Octane by about a Rooster Tail over top. Richard Hayden, the H2, the Miss Wall, 3rd position. Bertrand Deleu, 4th place. Paul Barber and John Gale-LaBouffe has moved to the outside of the 1001 to zoom right through the apex of turn number 2. They'll come around and see the white flag this time by. One more lap around, and right now it's also Sylvain Doré in the 32, the Octane, but right there, Richard Hayden, how has he driven this thing all over the race course, making up a lot of ground right up on the outside. He might run out of time with 1 more lap to go. Sylvain Doré, the 32, the Octane, has an advantage by about a Rooster Tail and a half. Wow, he dives it down here into turn number 1. Almost lost control as he hit the entrance spin at turn 1 here on lap number 505. 2nd position still Richard Hayden in the H2 and Bertrand Deleu doing a great job in the 0 gravity up to 3rd place, 4th place to Paul Barber. But your leader, Sylvain Doré, as they go down the backstretch for the 5th and final time by about a Rooster Tail and a half over Richard Hayden back in 2nd position. The H2, the Miss Wall's got 2nd position locked up, running that longer way around on the outside. 3rd place to Bertrand Deleu in the 0 gravity to 48. But inside of 1 Rooster Tail, it's going to be a drag race back to the start-finish line. Sylvain Doré on the inside. Richard Hayden's up on the outside. Sylvain Doré to 32, the Octane. Looks like he's going to hold on and take the heat victory, barring any penalties. Sylvain Doré to 32, your winner of Heat 3C. 2nd position, Richard Hayden in the H2. What a job of driving by Rich. Had to go all over the race course in the H2, the Miss Wall. 3rd place to the Bertrand Deleu in the 48. The 0 gravity. 4th position to Paul Barber in the 66. The Team Heat Kids Racing sponsored by EMS. Fifth place, we'll go to Jean-Guy Lebou in the 1001, the Zoomerang, and the big decision, the H4. Louis Alarm will get 4th or 6th place points here in Heat 3C. Don't know what the penalties are going to be, but there's got to be some in that race. Guys, we're all over the race course there. Coming down start finish line. My Lord, if there was some bearing out, there was some bearing out in that race. We'll be back with a rerun of 2B in just a minute.